So going off of the topic we started last week, which was the some Marvel books we feel we should warn everybody about.
We wore the same exact clothes.
We all wore the exact same clothes because we are dirty animals.
We slept here and we thought about this
for a week.
Filthy
animals. Filthy animals. I'm sorry, filthy animals.
Disco Inferno.
LWO.
Yeah.
Filthy animals.
This is Conan.
Disco Inferno.
Oh, he was Disco Inferno.
All right, we don't have time for this.
Oh yeah.
Lugo,
start us off.
DC. Shit.
We just talked about
it. We're talking about it for like 10 minutes off camera.
Stop. I'm high. Smoking, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Like I said before, for Marvel, I haven't read shit in a while, but like the last shit that I read that left a bad taste in my mouth.
It was Cha.
Topper mentioned it, and I remembered, and it hurt. Lobo. And Lobo was just horrible. It's not the Lobo we used to know. It's
not even close. You know what my problem with the Lobo book is? I was gonna pick Lobo, and I'll piggyback off of you real quick.
Light skin voice Lobo.
No, it's that they decided to throw in like classic Lobo for that first issue. Yeah. And they killed him off on the first page. And you almost kind of felt like, maybe he'll come back. And it's like, no, the book is just kind of aimless.
Yeah, it's stupid. I get it. It's stupid. Topic?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
It's a brave choice.
See, I love Harley Quinn, and I read 10 issues of that nightmare book.
10 inches.
It's so bad. Except for I kind of like that one of her sidekicks is basically Danzig. She has Danzig as that's kind of cool, but it's just so corny. Like the jokes in it are just like I'm like
so many words.
It's so many words. Nothing of nothing.
It takes forever to read it.
Yeah, and then she has this beaver she talks to, and she's like, "Oh my beaver, my beaver."
That's funny.
Oh no, my beaver. Oh, I get it. It's a pussy. Yeah, I get it.
No, I heard they essentially turned her into Deadpool, where she has like thought bubble, the text boxes around her and shit.
Not as offensive though. Not as like Daniel Way when it came to the multicolored text bubbles or whatever.
No, it's
not that bad.
But it's gross.
The book itself is just offensive.
Yeah. And like you said, like before, you said that some of the art is good, and some of the art is like, they draw her. She looks like a little Chinese woman. Yeah. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like it just I got up to like where they were teasing the Power Girl thing, and I was like, all right, I can't. So I think I made it past 10 issues.
Yeah. Like, I'm still reading. I still like it.
Yeah. Wait, who said that? That was Tony? Who said that? Right?
Weird.
Yeah,
obviously.
Of course. Rich.
All right. You see this? This is a Blue Lantern symbol. This is how much I loved Green Lantern. Avoid Robert Vendetti's Green Lantern book like the fucking plague. It came right after Jeff Johns' 9-year run, probably one of the best runs of all time.
Jesus.
I'm not going to
certainly the best run with that character.
9 years?
But but Robert Vendetti turned it into complete shit, like he's done for every DC book.
Which we'll get to later on.
Yeah, we will. His Extra Man War was good. That's neither here nor there. But that's what originally got me excited for it. It was like big space opera thing, and it was awful.
He's a terrible Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Hal Jordan, the character is like unrecognizable from what Jeff Johns had done.
Yeah, and seriously, the way Jeff Johns ended it, it should have been the last Green Lantern book ever. It's like, this is the definitive end. This is what happens with every character. And then the next month, we're still playing Will They, Won't They with Hal Jordan and Carol.
All right,
well, Tony.
Jose stole mine because I was going to go with Lobo. But I'm actually going to highlight a book written by one of my favorite writers, or at least has been one of my favorite writers since the New 52 movie launch. Don't read Jeff Lemire's Justice League United.
Dude! Tony with a banger! The opposite of a banger.
A blunder.
A danger.
Blunder, that's a blunder. Hashtag
blunder. That's a hashtag blunder.
I forgot about that.
Okay, so I could go off on this book for like 20 minutes because I gave it more than enough chances.
I was so stoked for it too.
Yeah. Because it's like Jeff Lemire writing the Justice League, he's been on fire like with every book he was doing. He was on fire with Green Arrow. He was on fire with Frankenstein, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, he was. Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark, Animal Man. Even his segments from Future's End are really, really good. But oh my god, Justice League United is it's one of the worst Justice League stories I've ever read in my life.
Ever.
And I read James Robinson's Justice League. It's worse.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's fucking awful.
It's the worst thing he's ever written.
That's
my god,
easily.
Just, I can't even go into storylines because it's just just don't.
Tony said it.
I never thought Tony would get this animated at an anti-DC segment.
Yes,
bro. No, but that book is offensive.
Some of the characters are characters he wrote books for, and they were successful, and then he just couldn't.
Totally misses their tone too.
Their interactions are horrible. The dialogue is awful.
It's like he forgot that he wrote those two characters.
It's like, oh man, he's writing Animal Man again. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah. And someone hit him in the head with a potato, and then he just started writing Justice League United. I don't know.
Hey.
Well, on that same note, don't read any Green Arrow before and after Lemire.
Fact.
I don't.
More so before.
Yeah, before I only read a few issues, so I can't comment on it too much. It was horrible.
Garbage.
But afterwards, my biggest problem with it is the first issue after it is not bad.
It's okay.
Right? Like you think it's alright, this has a chance, but then like they just keep driving in like these TV characters like Felicity. Then like
I hate Felicity.
Yeah, I hate her. I hate her in the comic. And then like the art changes and Ollie has like the stupid fucking goggles on.
Oh,
this
looks going to a fucking rave.
And like usually I can get past.
There's a reason the costume's changing.
I get past art usually if the story's good, but the story's not good. So it's not. They're driving in like the TV characters again. Like it was cool. Lemire had Diggle, and it was cool. He integrated him into the comic, and it was awesome. But then, they bring in Felicity, and it's really forced. Like, they're really forcing Felicity down the throat, which normally, I don't mind. I want it. And here, do not give it to me. No. Put Diggle in my throat.
He loves that.
All of it.
Oh. Kevin?
I gotta be honest, the only thing I've read from New 52 is Scott Snyder's Batman, so I got nothing for this segment.
Good man!
Right now.
That's fair.
You did a good job.
Would you at least say don't read Zero Year?
No.
Zero Year's awesome.
I hated Zero Year.
What?
I read after the first...
That Red Hood arc alone.
Yeah.
It starts strong and ends strong. It's middle of... It's a little funny.
That bone guy thing.
Yeah, the doctor.
I don't even remember that.
That stuff was weird.
It
went too long.
Way too long.
You know what? I'm actually going to mention Constantine.
Oh, God, yeah.
I read that, the first issue.
You went from Hellblazer, and then you kind of, you want to boost it up. I guess, the TV show is eventually going to come out and everything, so you want to push it out there.
And now he's integrated into the DC universe.
Yeah, and it was hot garbage. It was just...
Big steam pile of doo-doo.
Yeah, and... Wait, was it Lemire writing that
Lemire
too?
wrote that too?
No, that was Ray Fox.
Are you sure in the
Yes,
beginning?
I'm sure.
That was
It was Ray Fox. It was Ray Fox.
Yeah, it was Ray Fox from the get-go.
Okay.
But he did have
was it Red
one
Fox?
good issue.
I think Lemire was involved somewhat. Like maybe helping him with plots or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Well,
bad.
maybe when they tied in with Justice League Dark.
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah. The fucking writing was abysmal, and the art was
Ugly.
It was hideous. I felt like I don't know, like watching
It looked like
exaggerated scenes in like a fucking Japanese video game. Like he was always kind of like always looking a little glittery and like exaggerated, like fast, nigga.
They drew his face like he was always smelling a fart. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, Constantine is bad, which sucks. I love Hellblazer. I love that character, and I love Keanu, but no, she was
Whoa.
John Wick, nigga. Calm down.
Nothing. The New 52 didn't do any more damage to anything besides Teen Titans. Teen Titans is just terrible. Teen Titans has been bad from the get-go, from the New 52 with Scott Lobdell
It
destroying.
started promising.
Red Robin.
He destroyed Superboy. He destroyed Bart Allen.
He destroyed Superboy.
He destroyed Wonder Girl. Then Superboy too. But even when DC started a new team with who's on the Teen Titans now?
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Red Robin.
It's just as bad. And
really
Teen Titans used to be
shitty-ass
when
Red
Jeff Johns was doing Teen Titans. It was like one of my favorite books with some of my favorite characters.
But Red Arrow. Right, Gary?
Fuck that book.
But Teen Titans is a really bad book, which you should avoid like the plague until they do a complete reboot.
Especially from the culling on.
Yeah, it just.
Well, they're bringing back Donna Troy, right? So it's gonna be.
She's in
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but like maybe.
She's kind of an adult now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's
Sam.
Flash.
Flash. Sorry, Fredo. I mean, Cisco.
Sorry much. I loved, what's it called? Wally West Flash under Jeff Johns was one of my favorite books of all time. I like the Flash TV show. I like the character of the Flash. But everything since New 52 started, I've given it like 3 different chances. It started with Buccellato and Manapul.
I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah, the art was gorgeous. And then like once like the art changed a bit, I realized that the story just wasn't that good. Yeah. And then I came back for it after the villains, Vendetti. And he was more younger and hipper, and he was like more like the Flash from the TV show, which was kind of cool, but it was just a bad book. And then they introduced Wally West, and I'm done.
So old wooden shit.
And we're done.
It's just terrible.
No, the quality of that book became really obvious when I got to the Reverse Flash storyline. And they destroyed one of my favorite characters.
Whatever they did to that outfit.
We are so much out of time on this one already.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
Don't read those books.
Reverse Flash looks like lasagna in that book.
Lasagna.